Gender-based violence is still a big issue in the country. I mean, even in Parliament today, there's a joint sitting about this matter that's been called by the President. Now, it's reported rape cases have risen by 3.9% in the past financial year alone. Close to 3,000 women were murdered in the 12-month period. Recent incidents have ignited calls to start educating men while they are still young about the issues and how to behave and treat women. Well, for more on this, I'm joined by Charley Petersen from the Growing Up Without a Father Foundation, and he's also an author. Charley, good morning, and thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
Yesterday, when I opened the show here, I spoke about a comment I made last week at the height of all the concerns we're having about femicide and gender-based violence after the killing of Uyinen and Mkhwejana at UCT. That our boys also demand as much care and compassion and love as we've been giving our girls. And then on Sunday, the General Secretary of the South African Communist Party, Lady Nzimande, made similar sentiments. And we spoke about it yesterday. And we know there are a number of organizations like yourselves that have been focusing on this. So the spotlight is very much on what can we do, what should be done for the boy child, as we say.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Obden. We've put a program together, a mentorship program, because we believe a boy develops slower than a girl, and also boys need mentors and coaches. And if you look at the trend in our country and in the world, almost 90% of boys grew up without fathers and positive role models. So it means that they are totally on their own. You know, a gangster leader can raise them and tell them what to do if there's no positive role model in their lives. So we
in fact, one of the organizations that we spoke to yesterday, it's called the Character Company. I spoke to Jaco van Skalkwijk. He was saying from their stats, 67% of households in South African towns are single mom households. So the father figure is absent. How important is that there must be a father figure of sorts in the boy's life?
Well, then you know that the boy needs order. You know, if there's no one that will guide them, they will go their way, and their way will not be the right way. So we need like the president is sitting now, the joint sitting is sitting. We need the same effort that we put in for the girl child to be put for the boy child. You need programs for the boy child. You need guidance, mentorship programs. We need men in our country to stand up and say, I will raise. I know a friend of mine, Sydney Bella, also have a program, you know, mentoring the boy child. We need more organization that will come and say, my hand is up, I want to guide.
The fact that we focus on the girl child doesn't mean it's been wrong.
No.
We've done very well.
But
everybody agrees.
We need a balance.
We need that balance. And how critical is that balance?
It's very critical, because I always make this example of my daughter. Very strong person, strong personality. If a boy child that's not well groomed come and meet with her, conflict will start, because we need to get them at that level of thinking and developing. So it's important to have the boy child being developed, because girls are becoming stronger than boys.
Yeah, so, I mean, I've got 4 kids. And as I said on air yesterday, I've brought up 2 of them are girls to be independent. And I gave them as much education as we could afford to give them. And I've brought them up to love themselves and respect themselves and others.
100%.
And the same with boys. But in many cases, you say boys don't get that kind of guidance. And we need that.
We need that.
You've written a book. You've written books. One of the latest that I've got in my hand is called Boy, Child, You Matter, which goes right to the heart of this discussion. Now, where does one begin? What are the key ingredients of this mentorship that you need to give to boys that you are giving in your experience? You've got an experience in the footballing world where you've worked with young people in soccer, young guys for years and years. So you understand those kind of challenges. So where do you begin?
Self-love. It's important to make sure that he loves himself, because if you don't love yourself, you won't be able to love somebody else. And also self-worth. And also, you know, how can I say, positive affirmation on the boy child, you know, you're the great, you can do it, because they need that push. They're not like girls. Girls are self-starters. We need that, then, you know, you did well yesterday, go on and on. Self-love, self-worth, and also confidence. And also try to show them that, you know, the wrong way is not the right way, because you always follow what you see. If your father beat up your mother in the house, this is exactly what you're going to do. So let's expose them to positive role models.
And how successful has your program been currently?
We started with this now 6 months. of this one, there's some 2 or 3 boys that are coming through because we're still in that age. And like, corporates, when you go and apply, and said, help us, they will tell you, no, we're not focusing on the boy child of the development of men. We're focusing on the woman. And the root cause is actually here. If we can address the root cause of them, then the problems will be solved.
What is it? What is the root cause?
Social ills. That root cause is that men that are abusing women.
So a boy grows up seeing this abuse happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But at home as well as around.
In society, yes. That's what we duplicate. Boys duplicate what they see.
Does it take a particular personality as well? I'm asking this, I mean, it's a small example.
Yeah.
When I grew up in White City in Soweto, when I was about 12 or so, part of my peers were saying that if you want to go out and uyojola and have a friend and stuff, you must clap her and then she'll accept you.
Exactly.
That was a norm.
That was a norm.
I was growing up in the
Yeah.
60s, which was wrong.
Yeah.
But at home, I never saw my father lift his hand on my mother.
Yes.
Ever.
But also
That
the
helped
influence
to
of
reinforce.
outside, but it helped you then because you've got a strong foundation. But when you get outside, peer pressure, because that's what's happening also.
Now, there's a lot of comment that part of that foundation are good values. Your foundation, you help to inculcate the right kind of values?
Yes, because, I grew up without a mother, and, her values to me was very important. Self-respect, respect elders, respect someone that you don't know, don't drink, don't smoke. I still don't drink, I still don't smoke. Because most of the people will think that, when they invite me, will you take a beer? I said no. Because I can still remember what my mother inculcated into me many years ago. But if you don't have somebody like that in your life, you're doomed.
So that parental guidance,
It's key.
It's key.
Yeah. Or Ubuntu, like I said, I am because we are. In the older days, that your grandfather, your uncle and everyone was your father. But nowadays, we don't respect them anymore.
So Blatant Zimande's message on Sunday to the Workers' Congress there resonates very much with you. And
I'm running to give the minister a copy as a minister.
So we need more men like you and others in society to come up, and other people as well to say, let's focus on the boy child.
Yes, and you don't have to be a superstar or, this heavyweight. Ordinary men, can lead our boys to that level.
Thank you very much.
Thank
That's Charley Petersen, author and the founder of Growing Up Without a Father Foundation, which is a non-profit organization, and they provide life coaching and mentorship in order to grow boys that will give manhood a good name.